Hey guys, welcome back to XDA. Today I'm going to walk you through the process on how to root your device and also how to install a custom recovery on your Node 4. Let's check it out. Okay, so the process is going to start off by basically first thing we want to make sure is have a few files downloaded. Now you guys can see here at the bottom of my screen, or the bottom right at least, I have the CF auto root file directly that we download from Chainfire's website. Thank you Chainfire for the ability to package everything that we need. We have the open recovery, which is a TeamWin recovery. The version is 2.8.1.1, and that's the one compatible with our device. It's a touch-based recovery. Of course, we need the drivers in case you don't have any drivers installed on your device. If you've used an application similar to Keys or anything that requires to install drivers on your device, on your computer, more than likely you have the drivers. This is just in case you don't. You do definitely need to make sure to install these before you start anything. So the process is very simple. First thing we're going to do is we're going to actually make sure our device is ready. The device is on. We're going to turn off the device. So the device needs to be in a mode called download mode, and this is the mode that we will be using to be able to basically load different files onto the system. First thing we're going to do is use the CS auto root method, and this will give us the ability to basically flash a custom, not custom, actually stock recovery, but the ability to flash root binaries and files over to this device. The main thing we're going to do after that, obviously, is install our TeamWin recovery. First and foremost, I want to start off by a warning. This is going to trip your Knox counter, and this is a counter that's installed on the device. Once anything custom outside of stock and Samsung firmware that is flashed to the device will show a counter of 0x1. By default is 00. So please be aware. Personally, I've used it on my Note 3. Not a big fan of using Knox, so I actually usually, when I install my custom ROMs, I remove Knox from all of my ROMs. I don't really see a benefit of having that extra stuff on my device. And if I do, I can always put it back in. So first thing we're going to do is unplug our device, and we're going to go power down, home button, and then, volume down, home button, and then power. And first thing we're going to get is we're going to get greeted by a warning message explaining to us that if we play volume up, it will take us to the next step, and that there potentially is the ability of flashing certain things on our device that are not allowed. Volume down cancels and restarts our device. I'll go volume up. And at this point, it is actually in download mode. It says downloading. You go ahead and connect your device. Then we're going to turn on Odin. This is current version is 3.07. We go ahead and run it. Simple process. The main thing that we want to see on our device at this point is we do want to see a communication port that's turned on that tells us the device is recognized correctly. Then we're going to go into the PDA file, and we have two files. First thing we're going to do is root the device. So we're going to use the CF auto root. Select OK. It tells us that it's going to load it. It's going to have leave CS. Everything is ready, and all these boxes are pre-selected for you. You don't have actually anything to worry about here. And we'll hit start. And we can see actually both that the device and the computer are both showing a progress bar. Reset, removed, device is restarting. You notice on the device, I went ahead and unplugged it, but this is when the actual process is going in. It's rooting the device, running the binaries. And you can always see the Chainfire's recognized logo. It's going to restart one more time. Now we're going to need to go back into download mode one more time, and that's because this is how we're going to install our recovery. But we're going to wait for that process to be done. We're going to wait for the device to start up. I'm going to go ahead and switch to the device. We'll go under on applications, swipe to the right, let the device wake up correctly. And sure enough, we have Super SU in here. We'll go ahead and click it. And it says Super SU needs to be updated. Click OK and say the normal way, since we don't have a custom recovery yet. And once this process is done, we'll be able to basically restart our device. Now it says Samsung Knox has been detected. It's going to go ahead and disable it. Click OK. Disabling Knox. Knox was successfully disabled. Click OK. Installation successful. Click OK. So we say no thanks. Okay, we'll go back one more. Here it is. Super SU. Greenify would like to get Super SU permission. That's where we want it. Green. And we control would like to get root permission. That verifies that we do have root permission request. We go into the actual root application. We see it both requested and received. So at this point, we need to go one more time into the actual download mode. So we're going to turn off our device. We'll do the exact same process again. Power down, home. And volume down, home, and power. Release when you feel the vibration. You're back into download mode. We'll go up one more time. We're back into that same mode again. We'll connect our device and let the device get recognized by the computer. Sure enough, we have COM13 one more time. We'll go back into the actual same process. Now, if you didn't close the window, you can just hit reset. It deletes everything. Go into PDA, and this time we're going to go for the open recovery. We'll click OK. Give it a few seconds. Once we have everything set up correctly, and just for reference, what we have here essentially is the walkthrough or the process that you need to go through and install the entire file. And it's simple enough that you basically just add it in and it gives you the screenshots to be able to follow. We're in, we'll hit start. We'll see the same process on the left as well as on the right. The device is showing the flash process. It's done. It's going to restart. And at this time, the device is actually going to restart in normal mode. We're done with the actual Odin application itself. And at this point, we're going to switch back to the device for the last time, going through and making sure the process and everything went through correctly. So what we have here is obviously the device restarted correctly by itself. We're going to go home. We have the Super SU application. All the other things that we did to it before are correct. To get into recovery, since we don't have anything special mods that allow us to get into this, we do need to go through it the normal way, which would be to power off. We don't need to have our device connected anymore. Once the device goes to sleep, this time we're going to do a slightly different process. We're going to do volume up, home, and power. Volume up, home. Let go of the power once you see it. And I don't know if you guys can see this yet at this point, but on the top it says actually recovery at this point. So we know it's booting into recovery. Here's Team Win, the actual Team Win recovery. So the process, from what you guys could see, is not that complicated as far as going through the process. It's really simple. Main thing that you need obviously is the package that Chainfire, and again, thank you Chainfire for writing us this pre-packaged package, I guess that's the easy way to say it, that has all the files that you need to actually root the device. And then the only thing missing is obviously the actual additional file for the TWRP recovery that we can install on our device. First and foremost, please be aware this will trip your Knox eFuse on your device. There is no Knox friendly root process at this point, so if you do anything outside of that, understanding that you cannot go back, this is something you want to be aware of. If you're using this for your own personal use and Knox is something that you haven't even noticed and you haven't even seen anywhere, then you may be fine. Just be aware of all of these, and XDA by no means is responsible for any damage that you may do to your device. I want to make sure you guys are aware that the process itself is very harmless, but it does actually have modifications to your device, so you need to be aware and you need to be okay with that. Other than that, as usual, like and subscribe to this channel, like and subscribe to my channel, and I will be putting out a video very shortly of some of the mods that I usually like to do once I have root on my device. This is obviously above and beyond what a device can normally actually perform, and this is why we get root and why we want to have all these additional nice features. Thank you.